Hey, what's going on, everybody? Painblade back here again from Server 1 representing ISC and Tribes Lab. And guys, this is such exciting news. Listen, I know the Pain banner was big. It was huge. A lot of people were excited about it. But the real excitement should come from the new Sasuke Hebi. Now, you're asking, Pain, why? Like, why we got another dupe character? Listen, this is not a dupe character. This is how Bandai should have handled Naruto UR. Instead of mimicking the exact same kit as the SR version, Bandai should have made Naruto UR a complete different character, a unique character, someone that we could, want rather than just duplicate from the original. So this is what they did with Hebi, and I applaud Bandai for this. Now, the new Sasuke Hebi is an SR, but don't let that stop you from getting this guy completely maxed out. So what we're going to do in this video, guys, I'm going to show you his kit. This is not a showcase. This is preliminary. I'm going to show you his kit, and I want to show you the shop. Now, I want to show you what an f2p should do and what a whale should do, okay? Now, this is very important because there are two big distinctions, okay? Because the shop offers a lot of items that you should be using differently as either or player. So let's talk about the character first, okay? So how do you unlock Sasuke? To unlock Sasuke Hebi, the SR version, you actually need to do as many missions as possible and then trade in your mission coins under this mission assistant exchange and get these 40s maxed out and then get these 80s as close to maxed out as you can, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, those two there, once you get 50 of those, you can unlock the 2-star version, okay? So my recommendation for free-to-play players is unlock this man to 7 stars. The reason why I'm saying this is because you're going to need, sorry, you're not going to need, he's going to be the best tank in the game, hands down. He's going to be one of the best characters in the game, hands down, even as an SR. And I'll explain why shortly. So my suggestion for free-to-play players is do the following. Get all of these till you can get them to at least 6 stars or close to 5.5. Stop there and start collecting his weapons, okay? Now, for his weapons, you're going to need minimum 100 to probably unlock LB6 when it's out. That's my suggestion, okay? It's a guess, but I think it's a good one. So at least minimum get 100 saved up on the side. Collect as many as you can. So your main goal as f2p is get him to 5 stars minimum, okay? Use your, or 5.5, sorry, not 5, 5.5. Then use the rest of your SR fragments you collect daily from arena or events or whatever it may be to get him to 6. 6 should be your stopping point. 7 is just a luxury. 6 is your stopping point. You want to have damage reduction rate for him. The rest of the time you should be collecting his weapons and these awakening stones. Sorry, awakening orbs. You want to at least get his weapon to level 3, and you want to have an additional 100 weapons or 110 set aside for LB purposes, limit break. Now, you can already get his LB2, which is going to cost you 25. So get that out of the way. And then at least save another 75 or more. Very important, okay? So free-to-play players, your goal is to get him to 5.5, collect at least 3 stars worth of weapons, so that's 300 weapons, an additional 100 weapons for LB purposes, and then you want at least 4 orbs, okay? That'll be your focus as an f2p player. As a whale, this works a little different for us. Our first focus is going to be these bad boys here. The Awakening Orbs, the Talismans, and the Faith Scrolls. The reason why is because these all work hand in hand with Sasuke Kirin, Sasuke Hebi, and Itachi. Those 3 characters are all URs, and because as whales, these are the only commodities we cannot purchase, you want to actually buy these first. So your goal is to get either one of them to 6 scrolls or balance them all out to 3 each or as many as you can. Unlock Sasuke at 2 stars, use our SR fragments to get him to at least 4 or 5 and then just farm these after, and then the same scenario for his weapons. Get his weapons up. Now for me personally, because I am sitting in NWTS class, those Awakening Orbs come every week, I just need his weapons and then I can slowly build him up. Alright, so that is how you want to work it. Now, the character himself, the preliminary video for the character. Now, the character is probably going to be the best tank in the game right next to Gaara. And the only reason why I say right next to Gaara, not above Gaara, is Gaara will have better stats because it's UR. But the kit, the actual skill kit, will belong to this man as probably one of the best tank skill kits in the game. Maybe hands down the best skill kit in the game. And let's go through it together and I'll explain to you guys why. Okay? So first, I'm going to promote him. Alright, let's get that out of the way. Now, skills. Chidori Sharp Spear, Same animation as the original UR, nothing changed except the way the move works. Now you have a 35% chance to paralyze, but no longer are you getting the crit chance and more damage. What you're now providing is boosting all allies' guard rate by 30% for 2 turns. Now remember, you put him with Gaara, you're almost at 100% guard rate because they both have the same type of buff and they stack. So this is the second D unit that can stun, and the third CC D unit in the game. Orochimaru and Ai are the other two. Ai is the only one that can stun. Now you have Hebi. Okay, so now he brings you 2 big, huge things. He gives you guard rate up, which is massive, and he provides you a paralyze, which is huge. Okay, so reason why number 1, why he's going to be the best tank in the game. Reason number 2. He also boosts all allies' guard damage reduction rate by 20% for the rest of the battle. That is freaking nutty. So guard damage rate goes hand in hand with guard rate. So if you and Gaara can get guard rate up to almost 100%, Gaara special does guard damage rate up as well for 2 turns, and then this will give an extra 20% on top of that. And Gaara's damage reduction rate, I believe, is almost 60%. Adding this, you're reducing almost 80% of the damage coming in. 80%. That is disgusting. So let's add this up one more time. Did that go up? Yes, it did. So it went up. The percentage does go up. So that'll even go higher. So this is another reason why you want to run the 2 together. Asuma is another good one. Asuma and the Sasuke will run really well. Now, the bread and butter of why this guy is going to be the best tank in the game. Here is the reason. This trait is unbelievable. So it provides all active allies damage reduction rate by 22.66%, and that percentage goes up as you level it, and this is the big one. Boosts all active allies status effect rate by 5.22%. So here's the thing. What status effect is, guys, is all burns, all poisons, all stuns, all paralyzes, all shadow stitches. So every single character that has that, if you put them in the same cell or if they're in the same rotation, you've now increased everyone's percentage to connect with a dot or a paralyze or a stun or a shadow stitch. So anyone that does 15%, like AoE stun, is now going to be able to do 20 at base. Once this goes up, it looks like it'll go up to about 7%. You're giving the opportunity to do about 21 to 22% chance to stun versus what it was before. People like Kakashi and Hebi, like himself, will now be able to do 40+%, right? Close to 50%. So you have now got the best tank plus the best support for stun characters. Unbelievable, guys. Just mind blowing how good he is. So his vitality, initial chakra, the same as the original. So he will do his special jutsu right away on the second turn. So hands down, he'll have a ton of HP because of the unit and a ton of defense because of the unit. You definitely want to get the skill activation rate up to 20. Maximize that. Maximize this, and also at the same time, the way you want to his LB2 you want up to max as well, because what the LB2 does is this. Let's just go into it. View effects. He boosts all active allies' guard rate just by being in the same cell or rotation as them. Right? So that's huge. Huge. This guy offers everything you want in a tank. So definitely, guys, the best tank in the game, hands down. Stat-wise, he might be a little lower than Gaara, but kit-wise, easily the best tank in the game. Now, what kind of team do you want to put him in, and where do you want to put him in? So what you want to do with him is you want to put him in a place where you have stunners or dots, okay? So characters like Kakashi, Sasuke Kirin, Deidara, Sasuke Hebi, the original UR version, anybody who has a stun, place them in the same cell, because he's going to guard your nukes with guard rate, because with his LB2, he's going to give them status effect up, and he's going to give them damage reduction. Where you want to place him? You want to place him in Force. Force is going to be the best place with 2 A's. So a Kakashi and a Sasuke Hebi, like the original 2, or a Kirin, and then place this SR of Sasuke, your stun is going to go through the roof, right? So that is my recommendation. You really want to build him around that. So guys, the real prize, don't worry if you don't pull Pain. Don't worry if you don't pull Conan. Focus all of your energies and bentos and all the stamina towards getting this Sasuke up. Also, use your stamina, Shino coins, to get your stamina up. It's worth it. This is one character you're not going to see again for a very long time. Make sure you follow this advice, guys. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Anyways, guys, this is Pain. We'll talk soon. Have a good one.